This is the business end of any dairy, the parlor. Profits depend on moving milk efficiently from the udder to the trailer. So deciding when and how to replace this critical infrastructure is a tough question, with no simple or single solution.
The parlor that we chose is a double 20.
It's a 60-stall rotary parlor.
We went with 4 Lely robots.
In 2010, Keith Chapin left his own dairy and joined the team at Walnut Ridge in Lansing, New York. He brought along 450 of his own cows, a nearly 50% increase for the farm.
And we were running the cows through our double 14 parallel parlor. It's 27 years old. That just wasn't working out, so we dropped back to 2X. And putting numbers together with our farm credit consultants and other people, for us the best move was to build a new facility and be able to start milking 3 times a day and grab that extra production right away. So the parlor was put in. It's a 60 cow rotary, and we currently have 1,450 cows, but it was put in so we could have a herd of 2,500 cows.
The 4 partners at Walnut Ridge visited at least a dozen other dairies before deciding on this Madero rotary. Then they hired a contractor they trusted to put together the construction team.
Started out meeting monthly and then went to bi-weekly, and that involved the contractor, involved the dairy company, also involved the electrician. Every time we met, we just made more changes, more advances into the final project.
And the results are impressive. The cows are back to 3 times a day milking, and efficiencies gained with the new equipment have resonated throughout the entire farm.
We have AFI-Milk meters and AFI-Milk activity, daily milk weights, conductivity for mastitis. There's a lot of different things that we can track now. One thing we installed was an automatic crowd gate. We have a PLC in the parlor. You could set it up so it moves automatically on its own, so a milker that is milking the cows could concentrate on what they're supposed to do, not necessarily have to move the crowd gate manually.
Not moving around much was a hard thing for the employees to get used to. But over time, everyone on the farm learned to appreciate the new system.
Money's tight right now, and sometimes it's hard to swallow, but overall I really feel we made the best decision for this farm, and we will look at putting on some more cows and gaining our efficiencies. And you know, we should be set for the future.
Expansion is just one reason to consider a new parlor. Landview Farms was milking in 2 different locations near Eagle Bridge, New York. They wanted to both update and consolidate their operation.
So the parlor that we chose is a double 20, which is expandable to a double 24. Handled the cows that we currently have, plus a little bit of growth going forward, and added some technology to increase our efficiency.
New technologies include a solar hot water system, a flush system for cleaning the holding areas, and teat scrubbers in the parlor.
We like the way the wands that clean the teats lower mastitis, which we've seen since we've been in this for 6 months. Flow is good. We have a bridge in the front. They all exit on one side to a sort area. That's enabled us to lower our labor costs quite a bit more by being more efficient with the way that we handle cows. We haul our own milk. We used to pump all the milk on the trailers ourselves. Now we've gone the direct load. We used to have to load that milk. One of the guys was tied to that all afternoon loading those trailers. So basically now we've eliminated that need.
Projects of this size almost always come with unexpected expenses, and Randy had a few, but lots of planning time with the contractor kept surprises to a minimum.
We went and visited farms. We brought our contractors to the farms so that they could see, so that they knew what type of project we expected, what kind of end result we expected, so that when we got to the final, they knew how it was supposed to end up, just like we did.
Battenkill Farms near Salem, New York was faced with a similar dilemma. They had purchased a separate satellite dairy with an antiquated parlor, but instead of consolidating the cows to one location, owner Seth McCachran went high-tech.
We were milking 2 times a day, and we're looking to get more milk out of the cows. One of the ways we were going to possibly is go to 3X, was obviously going to entail more labor, trying to stay as labor efficient here on the satellite dairy. So instead of going 3X, we decided to make the jump and invest in robotics. We went with 4 Lely robots and have grown the herd since then. Now we're milking 230 here through the 4 robots. We really felt that the robotic system, with the freedom that it gave the cows, the ability to go get milk when they want, be able to feed the cows on an individual basis, basically, depending on stage of lactation and everything, it really gave us the freedom we were looking for.
There was actually a lot of math involved in Seth's decision. He carefully weighed the initial investment and operating costs against lower labor costs and the expected production increase.
We viewed a bunch of different scenarios in terms of how many cows we thought we could actually milk with 4 robots, and also what the costs were going to be both on the labor side and how feed costs were going to change. One kind of challenge that you have with robots that you don't have with a parlor system is you have to obviously feed for production and to keep the cow healthy, but also manage to get the cows to visit the robots. Nutrition plays a large role in that. If the cows get too much energy in the bunk, they don't want to go to the robot because they get filled up and they get their energy needs from the bunk. Currently, our production has come up just about 11% from prior to the robots. That's also going from 2 times a day milking to currently we're averaging 2.8 to 2.9 milkings per cow per day. We hope that production continues to climb as within a few months the entire herd will have started their lactation on the robots and continued through.
As the dairy business continues to evolve, so does the need to keep up with the latest technologies, especially in the parlor. But planning is key in choosing the right parlor for your farm. Talk with your dairy consultant, visit other farms, always do the math, and find a few professionals you can trust to help finance, construct, and outfit your new parlor.